Pearls of Wisdom Counseling coming to you with the tidbit for the week. The term ghosted, okay? I'm not going to even lie. I didn't really know what that meant. So I had to look it up because I kept hearing a lot of people use that term, especially people who were dating were using that term. He ghosted me or she ghosted me. I didn't hear anything from her. So I had to look it up and I realized the definition is when people cut off all communication, just cease talking to you for whatever reason. And I thought about it. I was like, people don't just ghost you in relationships. People ghost you when they owe you money. People ghost you when they don't want to hear what you have to tell them, especially if they're wrong and they feel like they're always right. These people will ghost you if you call them on their foolishness, okay? Because they don't want to hear it. So ghosting is a term that's just not relegated to dating. It's something that can be used across universal for relationships, familiar relationships, mother-daughter, father-sister, brother, whatever. You can be ghosted. Your children can ghost you. I just realized that's what my daughter does when she doesn't want to hear what I have to say. We call it putting each other in time out. That's the term I used to use for my siblings. When they do something, I would put them in time out. So I noticed my daughter says, Mom, you're going in time out. Whenever she doesn't want to hear something that I have to say, that's ghosting. When you put someone in timeout and you don't fool with them, you block them, you cut them off, cutting off all access to you, that's ghosting. But here's the thing. Ghosting is not a bad thing if it's used in the right way. If you need to preserve your peace and ensure that you are not involved in any foolishness, yes, I said that again. If you want to ensure you're not involved in any foolishness, it is okay to ghost somebody and cut off all communication with them because you have to do what's necessary to protect your peace. If that's whether it's family or whomever, if you have to just limit yourself from any access to negative components, hey, ghost them, block them, whatever you want to call it. But that's when the ghosting is good. Now, it's not necessary if you meet somebody somewhere. Now, it's wrong if you meet somebody somewhere and you give them your number and you know they're all into you and you go out and everything and you give them the wrong number. I don't know how it works these days. You give them the wrong number and stop telling them anything instead of saying, hey, this is not going to work for you and I. That's wrong because you should treat someone the way you want to be treated. So that's not a good time to ghost somebody. But again, I say, if it comes to preserving your peace and maintaining your zen and your wusa, then ghost whomever you need to. But make sure you're not ghosting people because someone has called you on your nonsense. Okay? Do not ghost someone if you know you're wrong and someone tells you you're wrong and you don't want to hear it. You still can have an adult conversation with that individual and say, hey, the way you presented that, it hurt my feelings. But don't block people because they've said something that you don't want to hear, that somebody has finally stood up to you and told you that you are not right. And your solution is to ghost them and stay away from them and avoid them. You can't run from the truth, sweetie. It will find you again in the form of another person. So that's when ghosting is not a good thing. You don't go on Facebook and start airing out your grievances with people and you've ghosted them and not giving them an opportunity to talk about what's going on and what's wrong. No, you talk about it like adults. If you can't be an adult, then hush your mouth on social media. Hush your mouth talking about people. Hush, period. Don't do that. That's not good. Be an adult and talk to someone. Don't ghost someone when they have called you on your foolish behavior, because that is anything other than being a pearl. Have an awesome week. Bye-bye.